Truly an amazing story. Jesus told us about this steward who was accused of wasting his master's good and was called into account. And the master said, you're going to have to fix this, or you're going to have to account for yourself. And so basically what the man did, he called creditors and he said, look, how much do you owe my master? And he said, well, I owe you 100 measures of oil. He said, well, give him half. And he did this a couple times, and he went back and he told the master about it. The master commended him. He said, you've done good, which I find that to be amazing. But then Jesus got to the point of his story. And it says, and the Lord commended the unjust steward because he had done wisely, for the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. And so in essence, he's saying that people who are believers, sometimes they miss the point. And the point simply is that we are accountable as stewards before God. And everything we own, we're responsible for, but it's God's. And so simply this is that we should be diligent about that which is God's. And so often, because of our teachings, and we understand about love and forgiveness and these things, that we allow ourselves, shall I use the word, being taken advantage of? And often we do. But there's a line here between doing good and treating people right and just being a bad steward. Because truth is, there are people who will take advantage of you. And I've been in business for a long time, and I've experienced just about everything you can experience in that realm. And understanding that there's a time for mercy, and then there's a time to do business. So I wrote down a couple of notes here as I leave you this week with these thoughts. It begins with this: discipline. Discipline. Discipline just simply means that we're diligent. We're diligent about the things that we should be diligent about. And we're focused and we're concentrating on those things. And we're in control. And that's a good word. We're just being in control. And then another thought to go along with this, and I'll just drop this in your spirit. Realize that everything matters. Sometimes we think, well, that's just a light thing. No, everything matters, because what you do over here is going to affect what you do over there. And it always comes back to you. So just put that in your spirit. Everything matters. And so we have to be diligent. We have to be in control. We have to be vigilant about the things that God has given us responsibility to. That be in the church, be in your family, be in your personal finances. Yes, God wants us to be loving. He wants us to be generous. But He also wants us to be responsible. And that was the point that the master was making to the steward. He said, you ultimately are responsible. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.